Hey, what's up, guys? Tech for Dummies RB here, back with a new tech news today for you guys. I know you guys like tech news today because I've seen a lot of views and likes and comments on it. So today I'm going to be doing another tech news today. Of course, I haven't done this in a week or 2 weeks because, anyways, today I'm going to be talking about Google's new Nexus 5 and when it's going to be released, iPad mini event, which was today, my first impressions, and iPad Air. Weird. This is tech news today. Let's start rounding up all that tech news. So guys, welcome back for another week of tech news today. I'm your host, Tech for Dummies RB, and today I'll be bringing you 2 and 3 major news stories. First, let's get started with the Google 5. The Google Nexus 5 is this device that almost reminds you of my Samsung Galaxy Tab. It is a Nexus device that has stock Android, stock Jelly Bean, as they keep calling it, because Key Lime Pie has not come up yet. It has stock Jelly Bean out of the box so far. We don't know when it's getting Kit Kat. But it will soon. It's supposed to have a 5.3-inch LCD display, but with good resolution. It's just supposed to have a 720p HD display. It is going to be made by LG. It's going to be called the LG Google Nexus for 2013 edition. And now let me tell you why I think it's going to be called the Google Nexus for 2013 edition. Because think about it. The Google Nexus 5, right? Then the next generation will have to be the Google Nexus 7 or the Google Nexus 6, and then the Google Nexus 7, which is the tablet. MKBHD brought this up, so I have to give credit to him. Link will be down in the description of his video, or you'll see a little annotation over here of where he starts, so you can click that annotation to go directly to the video where he mentioned this part. Again, that's a good idea, so go check out MKBHD. Now, what I'm thinking is, yes, he's correct. Why would they name it again with 5, then 6, then 7? That's the tablet already. Would they call it a phone edition? We don't know. We really don't know until the event. But the event is going to be on October 24th, which is this Thursday. It's going to start launching around 9 a.m. Eastern. And they're going to may not stream it live online, but I will check. And I will try to do a live stream that day. And really, they're going to be just announcing the Google Nexus for 2013 edition, or the Google Nexus 5. With its new specs and new features and a bunch of new stuff that's going to bring the stock Android experience to a better place for a user with this experience. This thing is also supposed to have a 13 megapixel camera that does 1080p HD video. That is better than a 5 megapixel camera that was on the Nexus 7 2013 edition. And the Nexus 4 had an 8 megapixel that did 1080p as well. This one is supposed to have a 13 megapixel that shoots 1080p, 30 frames per second video, and Android 4.3 out of the box. It's supposed to be in the kind of this fabric form of where Samsung's trying to go, and where HTC is kind of trying to go too. And Samsung's pretty much known for it. But it's supposed to be its own little device. Now, what I noticed about this new device is that it's really no different from a Nexus 7. It looks exactly alike. So, keep watch for that, and we'll be keeping you updated on techfordummiesmedia.com. Also up this week, we have the Apple iPad mini 2nd generation. Just launched today. Today when I'm uploading this video, the iPad mini 2nd generation, or the iPad mini 2, was launched. And it wasn't really released, but it was launched. It's supposed to have iOS 7.0.2 out of the box, unless Apple creates another update like they did last time with 7.0.2. And it's supposed to have a 7.9-inch display, but this display is supposed to be Retina. Now, it's been hard for them to push over a Retina display to the iPad. It really is. Because they have the small form factor, yet they can put it on the big iPad. I'm not saying anything about Apple, there's anything wrong with them, but I mean, this is just an experience and a life change, because they were trying this before and it just wouldn't work, and now that they released the iPad mini 2, it's now going to have the Retina display, which provides crisper pixels, crisper display, and a crisper look. It's going to have 2048 by 1536 resolution, so it's going to be high quality HD. And I really think that's a good change, and that's a good direction for Apple to be going in. Now, this may confuse you. They actually announced an iPad Air. Yes, an iPad Air. Now, you're probably saying, well, Tech for Dummies RB, don't you mean the MacBook Air? No, I don't mean the MacBook Air, fellow viewer. I mean the iPad Air. Now, when I saw it, I was freaked out about it too. But it's actually supposed to be a thinner version of the iPad mini. And I said, wow, they're bringing over the Air lineup into the iPads now. Maybe there might even be an iPod Touch Air. Who knows? Apple is always making the designs newer for every other device except for the iPhone. Really, the iPad Air is supposed to be this nice thin device that it's not supposed to be too big or too heavy, but it's just the right size. Just like the MacBook Air. The MacBook Air wasn't that heavy, and it still did good. And, you know, packed all that into a thin, outer case coating. Now, if you notice the iPad mini had a little bit of bulk to it. But the iPad Air is supposed to just be this thin about the length between my fingers right now. So I'm glad that Apple is actually doing that. Anyways, guys, that's your tech news for this week. I hope you guys liked that. I know I've rambled and rambled on. This is going to be a long episode, so thanks so much for watching. Please go check us out on Tech for Dummies Media. We also host 2 other weekly segments, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!